Yeah, and talking about the 0.4% proximity, I read an article, and the only reason at proximity was just because we went to the dragon together, not because he was in my lane.
Mhm.
And yeah, I mean he just says goodbye to me, and then I say bye goodbye back, and then I say goodbye, see ya next game.
This is Zento from Esports Heaven, and I have here with me Tactical, just beating TSM 3-1. And I have to say that you guys are looking really good in form, better in form, more aggressive recently. And it seems like your team has expanded the playbook somewhat. In your opinion, do you think your team's playstyle was limited from before, or like what's your thought, I guess, in general of previously versus now?
Yeah, so nowadays I feel like we're a lot more flexible. I think the biggest difference is that we're mainly everyone's on the same page. Um, Obviously, like we there's like our f first month or third to 4 week with Lucas now or Centauran.
Uh huh.
Now it feels like everything is like really synced up, and everyone has ideas, and we're good at like listening to each other and canceling if it doesn't look good. And we're also good at looking for quick plays and whatnot and small angles. So far I'd say the old Team Liquid will be like bit more shaky. Everyone had different ideas, but now nowadays it feels like everyone's more on the same page and we understand what each other wants.
Mm. Specifically, your play actually has brushed up a lot as we came into the playoffs. You're playing a lot more consistent as far as your spacing within team fights and whatnot, and just being very aware of the enemy spacing versus yourself and your own champion. Talk to me a little bit about your, I guess, re envisioning of your own play style in terms of how you play, because you are playing significantly better than you were before.
Yeah, so basically my compared to last year, my role on this team changed a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Last year we had Impact, and that kind of team would be just like playing around bot side a lot more. But and using the bot lead to stabilize map. But then nowadays, how we're playing is just, either help top early, help get a lead early, use the bot advantage we do get, whether it's from laning phase or like 3v3 champions, to
Mm-hmm.
help top lane or mid, whatever we need, depending on what we say. Because like I said, we're pretty flexible. It feels like now. So yeah, I think I just understood now how to do my role better, and I think so far it could still be improved a little bit, but I think that's just how my role is. Yeah.
Well, I think it's particularly impressive because now you're playing this drastically different style, at least I would consider somewhat, because Corejj is roaming a lot. I mean, there was the series, of course, in Cloud9 where he had like the lowest percentage of proximity towards you
Hmm.
out of like any game ever in the LCS. So we're seeing Corejj move towards the top lane a lot in order to snowball Alfari. But with that said, was that something that you guys both decided intentionally as a bot duo?
I think as we play more as a team, we are recognizing our strengths and trying to play to it. So as for us, we just think using the bot lead elsewhere is more efficient. We did a somewhat similar thing last year, but more towards
Mm-hmm.
mid.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, and talking about the 0.4% proximity, I read an article, and the only reason at proximity was just because we went to the dragon together, not because he was in my lane.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I mean he just says goodbye to me, and then I say bye goodbye back, and then I say goodbye, see ya next game.
So, as from the ADC perspective, how is that playing essentially by yourself for the majority of the game? That must be pretty fucking scary, right?
Yeah, it can be very scary when like they try to attack me and I don't get any resources, but um obviously it feels kind of sucks sometimes where like, oh, I know we could kill the enemy ball laner, but we choose to use the leads elsewhere, which is fine by me as long as we're gonna win the game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I just try to communicate all the time with core and like tell my team what I need, like the bare minimum if I need it. Yeah.
So we saw picks like Ziggs and Bard in this series, and you also played Ziggs in Cloud9 series, if I'm not mistaken. So, was these two picks in particular something that you guys really honed in specifically for TSM, or was this just something that you wanted to brush up on as playoffs get underway to get new picks under your belt?
I'd say we had some specific drafts to where we picked Ziggs, and obviously would every scenario we thought of was really good. But it's not like you just first pick Ziggs automatically is good. You obviously have to like take into account all the scenarios. So it was mostly a pick to like brush up on and like be ready to play.
Mm-hmm. So finally, I want to get your thoughts on Worlds. You guys are going to Worlds. You
Yeah,
punched
yeah.
your tickets already, which is super dope. So I just want to get your general feel of what you think you can accomplish at Worlds, and also the fact, what are your thoughts on the LPL region specifically? Because as we know, they are the strongest region, and they're sending, I believe it's 4 teams now
Hmm.
this World. So it's going to be a little daunting, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I'm really happy we get to go to Worlds. To me, it's like a reminder or proof that like I'm still like decent at the game. Um, that we can do well as a team. I have a lot more confidence this year. I see a higher potential for sure. And LPL, I myself have not watched specifically too much, but I am aware they're a really strong region, and I'm really curious what it's like to play versus like the bot laners
Mm-hmm.
because like they have really good bot laners, I think. So, I'm excited for that and see what they can bring.
All right. Well, fantastic. I wish you the best of luck as headed into Worlds and also headed into your next match next weekend. So, yeah, big ups to you. You guys played really well this weekend, and I think you could hold your heads high, and you guys are looking really strong on form. So, this has been Azento from Esports Heaven and Tactical from Team Liquid. Thank you very much for your time.
No problem.